Great leaders have humility. They're open-minded. They're always learning, extremely coachable. They take ownership. I could go on and on and on and on, but it's somebody who's a constant student. It is not the type of person who believes that they have all the answers by any means. It is someone who can look at a situation and see themselves as really needing to own that problem of saying that I've got these people on my team that are not performing. Instead, a great leader would say, I need to improve as a leader so that my team's performance can improve, because everything rises and falls on leadership, as John Maxwell says, which is 1000% true. The other thing is just coachability. So you see how somebody takes feedback. There's some, and we see this in professional sports all the time, and the thing that really annoys a fan base more than anything else is a coach who continuously deflects and makes excuses when a team is not performing well. I see coaches give these post-game interviews where they're being asked valid questions. The team just lost. They've lost several games leading up to that game. They lost the current game. They're not performing well, and the coach is almost annoyed at the questions that he's receiving because he's saying, no, we're good, or here's the reason why. They're just making excuse. And that usually is the type of coach that probably needs to go because, obviously they're not doing anything wrong, right? They're just losing every game. And I think the same thing applies to leaders within our organizations when the results are what they are. These are objective metrics. You're either winning or you're losing, right? The targets are either being hit or they're not being hit. And you're either moving in the right direction or you're not. And if somebody becomes very defensive when things are not going their way, I gotta, kind of shake my head. It's hard to really help somebody like that. Versus if somebody takes complete ownership of a situation, well, that person can be redeemed. That person, they can be coached, they can take feedback well, they can learn, they can grow, they can adapt, they can improve. So obviously that's very important. And then also a bias towards action. I think great leaders are ones that aren't just going to be talking and they're not going to be sitting around ideas and doing brainstorming sessions and all that nonsense. Instead, they're going to make decisions and then act on those decisions and put things in place. They're not giving themselves, too long of a runway of saying, well, here's what we're going to do over the next 3 months. It's like, here's what we're going to do today. And here's what we're going to do this week. So those are the things that I've seen in terms of some of the best leaders we work with.